Okay. We got nobody. We got nobody. Nobody. 359. Just looking to see if it's live yet. We are live. Outstanding. I got nobody here though. When you have nobody live to talk to, you talk to yourself. I always talk to myself better when I have a firearm maintenance going on. So we're going to do some firearm maintenance real quick. Should always do firearm maintenance at least once in a while. Take good care of those concealed carry firearms. When you get up in the morning, you should do, if you're going to carry a firearm, do at least 10 practice draws with the firearm, with whatever outfit you're going to wear that day. Okay, I got a thumbs up, but then somebody left. So that says I got one person now. That's always bonus. 2 people now. Who do I have? Somebody sign. Let me see. Who do I got? Who do I got? Nobody. Nice. Okay, you got to sign in. You got to go watch this in YouTube, I believe, if you're gonna. Jeff, how you doing, brother? How is illustrious Hawaii? Thank you so much for the coffee, by the way. The coffee was awesome. Still is awesome, as a matter of fact. Who else we got besides Jeff? We got, you're in Maine now. That's even better. First Christmas home since 2008. Wow, dude, that's, but is this by choice or is that just luck of the draw? Because I missed 5 Christmases in a row. That sucked. But I'm not counting Christmases in Connecticut because I hate that place. Joe Fa, hey boys, I'm late because I had to get a beer. Sweet. So I got Joe and I got Jeff. Is it Joe or John? I can't remember. What am I cleaning? I am cleaning my concealed carry pistol. There was nobody here, so I'm cleaning my everyday carry pistol. If I'm going to carry a gun, that's John. That's what I thought. Okay. If I'm going to carry a gun, I carry my Glock 19. But if I'm not going to carry a gun, I carry my 34. I mean my 43, my little 43. So that's what I'm cleaning right now. Hey, glad you enjoy the coffee. Hope the macadamia nuts turned out good as well. The macadamia nuts, one bag went to my son, I don't know if you remember him. He's the guy that took pictures during that class. And then the other bag of nuts went to one of the other tactical rifleman guys. So 'tis the season to be giving, but I did save some of your coffee for myself. Jeff, I really do appreciate you giving us that stuff. All right, we got a third person here. Who else do we have? What do you think? Do we have old Susan or Sheila? Or I see Johnny Walker behind you. What color is it? I don't know. That would be Black Label right there. Got some Black Label. I had a bottle of Blue Label in Iraq while I was in Fallujah. And Blue Label's okay. I don't really think it's that much better than the Black Label, though. That's just me. You might say different. John, I sat with your son at dinner. Good kid. He's going to be a journalist and write your book. Hint, hint. Guys, I probably shouldn't do a book. Probably shouldn't, really. Oh, there's good old Susan or Sheila. Our Sheila is here. That's good. We missed having you, Susan. What you been up to? I'm here, but I'm on a phone, so slow typing. On a phone, so it's slow typing. Y'all see what I just did? Y'all didn't see it. What I did was I needed to put a round in the chamber, right? So instead of just dropping it in the chamber like that, and then letting the slide go forward, that's actually bad for a Glock. It's very bad for a Glock because the face of the extractor is made for the bullet to come up from underneath. It's not made to push forward and jump onto a round that's already in the chamber. So the correct way to load a Glock, to get that round in the chamber, is lock the slide to the rear first, insert the magazine, let it go forward. That draws the round out of the magazine, and the rim of the cartridge slides up behind the extractor as it goes in. Then drop the magazine and put your extra bullet back in there. That way you have a full magazine for your concealed carry pistol, your little church pistol, your backup. People don't know that. It really didn't matter with a Beretta or even a 1911. Just dropping one round in the chamber, letting the slide go forward like that, didn't hurt those firearms at all because the front of the extractor is ramped. No big deal. Are you running the camera on your gun? No, not on this one. They don't make it for this one yet. This is the small Crimson Trace one that I did with the video. I actually did a tactical rifleman video on this. What John's talking about is I got one of those. I believe what John's talking about is I got one of those cameras. It's a pistol light that has the laser and the pinhole camera in it. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. You guys will be able to see me running it in more videos. It's pretty sexy. I got the civilian version now, so you can turn the camera on and off. You don't have to leave it running every time you pull it out of the holster, which is good because you can ask Jeff when I'm doing a lot of classes. A lot of times I always have my gun out of the holster demonstrating drills. We really don't need all these little video clips, 10,000 video clips of me dry firing in the middle of a class. So it's good that you can turn off the camera. The other thing I want to do with that thing is I'm going to mount it on my SIG MPX. Matter of fact, Jeff ran an MPX in a course he came and took with us. I think he ran an MPX. I think so. Anyways, that's what I'm going to mount it on because it needs a light. And the other thing is I think it would be sexy video up on top of the gun. So I think it would shoot some really cool video doing that. There we go. Jeff's confirming that he did shoot a MPX. MPX is a 9mm subgun. It looks like an AR. It's made by SIG, and it shoots 9mm instead of 5.56. Great little gun to play with. My wife, my daughter, everybody prefers shooting that little gun over shooting the loud 5.56 or 300 blackout. I have a suppressor for it. It's a 45 caliber suppressor. It's got a different blank for 9mm. But I got the 45 one so that I can run it on a 45 caliber gun also. But it's still in ATF prison. I can see it. It's at the local gun store. I've done my paperwork for the ATF 9 months ago. 9 months ago. I'm just waiting for them to finish my paperwork because, it takes so long to do paperwork. Anyways, once they cash my $200 check and finish my paperwork, I'll get my form with my little stamp on it, and I'll put it in the vault with everything else, all my other tax stamps. And then I can legally get my suppressor for my little MPX. I passed my long gun test the other day, 6 more months, and I can actually buy a gun. Sorry, Susan. Parts of America are getting that bad. I heard in New Jersey now you can't even get a rifle. I think the only rifle they're allowing is a tubular magazine fed 22 long rifle. That's insane. It's crazy. And they're not doing a grandfather. In other words, if you have any magazines, other guns, stuff like that, I hear you got to turn them all in. But I'm hoping that's not true because I drive through New Jersey from time to time, and I don't care what their laws are. I'm on an interstate highway. I'm in transit from one place to another place, and I'll beat it in court or I'll kill everyone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. No one say anything funny. I need to get another beer. Roger that, John. Get me one while you're at it. I drink iced coffee during these things. Can you imagine what I would say if I was actually drinking doing this? Not going to be good. What is your plan for Christmas Day? All right, Jeff, you go first. What's your plan for Christmas up in Maine this year? Iced coffee is the juice of the gods. I agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that. Jeff, what you doing for Christmas? You're up in Maine this year. Belgian white with a orange juice float. Belgian white with a orange juice float. That's the kind of beer he's having, I take it. Another beer. Belgian white with an orange juice float. Open presents, church, cooked turkey, just me and the squaw. Well, that's cool. Hey, are you going to be able to bring the squaw to Susan's class in September? Hope so. Susan's looking forward to not being the only Sheila there. Blue Moon, Belgian white with orange juice. Oh, okay. You're mixing a beer with orange juice. Okay. You want to mix your beer with orange juice? So be it. I'm completely good with that. Funny stuff. All right. So Jeff is opening presents, church, and so on. I've actually got I have a wedding on Christmas Eve. My niece, my brother-in-law's daughter, catch her name now, Chastity. Chastity is getting married on Christmas Eve to one of the local SWAT guys. He's actually a great guy. It's hard for me to approve of someone for girls. So I approve of this guy. I'm glad she's finally getting married. She's 29 years old. Time for her to get married. So that's Christmas Eve. As far as Christmas morning, so we're going to have a big thing at Christmas Eve. Obviously, the reception and everything. I'm making sure there's lots of alcohol there. I'll be the only one with a firearm. Probably not. But I will have several pair of flex cuffs handy in case any of the cops or anybody get out of line. I have no problem zip tying a drunk cop at all. I don't care about hurting people's feelings. You will be nice and cordial at this wedding. That would take all the fun out of it. Christmas Day here, my wife is making breakfast for the family. I live up on top of a hill, my house, my father-in-law's house, my brother-in-law's house, my wife's aunt and uncle. We have a nice little hill here. Everybody's coming over for breakfast. We'll open presents. Santa hasn't even come yet, and it's looking like it's 3 feet deep all the way around the Christmas tree. Pretty sad. And then my son, currently living with his girlfriend about an hour and a half away from home. They're going to go spend the morning with her family, and then in the afternoon he's going to drive in, come do dinner with us here. So anyways, I got them a new TV because they don't have a TV in their apartment, and then I got his girlfriend an iWatch. She wanted an iWatch, so she doesn't know it's coming. So I'm hoping she's not watching this video right now, which I'm sure she's not because she's very, very liberal. Very liberal. It's okay. That's her preference. Should we name it Erickson County? It is quite the little compound, but I don't need things named after me. Definitely not. I still, right, as I joined the Army at 17, first came to Kentucky in 87, 88. And I didn't meet my wife, that's fair, till 1991. But basically, I've been living in this town since 1991, and still nobody knows me here. They know of me. They know that Dennis Thomas's daughter married a Green Beret and that he's deployed all the time. I pass people in town, nobody knows who I am, and I'm completely good with that. Completely good with. Some people know who I am. I think there's the legend of Carl Erickson in this town, like I'm some Billy Badass or something. But everybody knows the name. Everybody knows Isabella's dad is a Green Beret. Everybody knows Nicholas's dad is a Green Beret. But that nobody recognizes me by face because I don't ever. They just don't know me. Kind of cool. Yeah, I'm completely good with the legend that just nobody recognizes me in town. I'm completely good with that. The new Raylan Givens. I love that show. I don't know if I know Raylan Givens. John, what show's that? Raylan Givens. I'll look it up later. No big deal. I'll look it up. How about you, Susan? What are you doing for Christmas? Susan, this is the part where you type what you're doing for Christmas. Tell us what you're getting Glenn for Christmas. And then we'll have Glenn type what he's getting you for Christmas. No, Susan, family, food, drinks. Cool. What kind of weird stuff would Australians do on Christmas? Kind of like kangaroo fights, football with baby koala bears or something. He doesn't get anything. We have a trip to save for his birthday. Is the day after Christmas. Oh, he got ripped off. Talk about getting ripped off. He only gets presents once a year. Legend has it, you listen closely, you can still hear Carl saying these puppies are bomb-proof through the trees. Oh, that's funny. Look after him in other ways. I'm not going to say anything. Not going to say anything at all. I'm not going to say anything at all. Okay. That's fair. We are going to have us a great trip in, what's the date again in September, Susan? Do you remember? I'm going to put together the schedule. I'm supposed to already have the schedule together for Susan. We roughly have a rough list of classes. 2 days, 3 days. Might not have been It's around 13th, isn't it? Something like that. It'll be in September. My plan was 3 days with you guys and then 2 days with Susan and Glenn, kind of private training. But I know that I know if Jay brings his squaw, and I know if John brings his better half, and if Doug brings somebody, that we need to have shooting involved in the first 3 days. So I kind of need feedback from you guys. Like I know that Jeff is not going to want to do basic pistol over again. But if Jeff would be okay with us doing like a half day of pistol carbine drills, he can be brushing up on his skills while me and the other tactical rifleman instructors are working with the new people that have not been through classes before. I know Susan might be a great pistol shot. Jeff Squaw might be a good pistol shot, but I will have to wait and see. Can you do something about battlefield recovery? She's not coming. She hates guns, so she'll go shopping in a bigger city. Okay. Repetition. Susan, no, I'm a shit shot. I need all the help I can get. Funny part is they actually flagged Susan's comment. I have to approve it before it can be shown. Okay. All right. Okay. No, that's cool, Jeff. That makes it easier because it means I can add pistol carbine in the first 3 days also, and that lets Susan get some of her private training out of the way. Okay, that's fun. That's fair. We'll be doing medical training, all kinds of fun stuff, situational awareness, high risk travel type stuff, what to do during a hijacking, what to do during a kidnapping, how to get out of duct tape, how to get out of ropes, chains, how to pick handcuffs, how to pick locks, how to make homemade handcuff keys, how to make homemade lock picks, all that stuff. We'll cover all that stuff. Lots of fun stuff. Then we'll do some survival stuff. Jay, if I redo pistol carbine, you still have my file. I can see it or how much my times have improved. I'm so excited. Can't come soon enough. I think it'll be a great time. Yeah, Jay, Jeff, we'll definitely be able to pull up your old scores, see if you improved any. You know you will. You know you will because you're going to practice even before you come. You got all summer long. It's going to be a good time for sure. Lots of good stuff. Probably the end goal is to bring some AK-47s also. We'll bring some 1911s, Berettas, things like that, because I want you guys to be familiar with all the different type firearms, simply because if you're overseas on vacation, you're not allowed to carry a firearm. But if the security guard next to you gets shot and has a weapon laying there, you need to know how to use it. So that includes everything from pump shotguns to FNFALs, AKs, revolvers. You need to be able to use all of this stuff. So we'll go into, not hard, we're not going to do lots of training on all the different stuff, but we'll do enough so that you could pick up basically anything and put it to work. Yeah, without a doubt. But still just the four of us, huh? Hey, what happened to Yeasty George? Did he get bounced? No, actually, Yeasty George is still a patron. He actually commented on 5 different comments on Z's video. Something about how he loved the last time he got slammed in the ass by Z or something. Yeah, you see, you saw it. I'm hoping they're all gone, because whenever I see a Yeasty George comment, I immediately delete it. So you're saying I missed one? You saw one? Yeah, OMG. Yeah, John, it's not pretty. It's really not pretty. But that's Yeasty George. He keeps the world safe. You missed one. Okay, that's fair. I'll go back and delete it. Sometimes he sneaks one in. If you reply to a reply to a reply, I only can see like so deep on my little program. I don't actually watch all the comments on YouTube, because I would have to go to each video and see comments there. So what I do is, there's another program called YouTube Publisher, and it brings all the comments from all the different videos together, and that's where I see them. For a real treat, look at Yeasty George's profile pic. That's scary. I'm not sure I want to go look at that. Yeasty George has a profile pic. He is special, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh, craziness. Well, I do have some... we do have some pretty unique patrons. Some guys are total gun nuts. Some guys are out there flapping like Yeasty George. Some guys are a little extreme in one direction or the other. And some, I think, subscribe just to piss themselves off, so then they can comment and bash my videos as soon as it comes in. As soon as one of my videos goes live, I always get negative comments from the same people. So that tells me that they have subscribed, right? So the bell goes off whenever my new video comes up. Like, they live for bashing my videos. That's fine. That's completely fine. And if they have something constructive, I'm all about constructive criticism. I'll leave those comments up. But if they've got stupid shit to say, like, you can't use an AR for home defense because that bullet will go through 800 meters of walls. It'll go through walls for 800 meters, multiple walls, and will kill a number of people. Yeah, I can't leave up comments like that, because unfortunately the next monkey that comes along and reads that comment will believe it, and then he'll tell somebody else. So sometimes I delete false stuff. Honestly, sometimes I don't. It depends on the video. A good example is the video, How a Navy SEAL Clears a Room. That video has nothing to do with the tactics of room clearing. It is about footwork, maintaining your balance when you take that first step into the room. That's all it is. We don't do tactics on the internet for free. We do tips and techniques. But that said, the name of the video, Navy SEAL Cleans a Room, that's clickbait. It was to get more people to watch. And it works. That video has got millions of views. It's awesome. But some of the comments under that video, these people, these ninjas talking about how you should really do CQB. It's awesome reading some of these comments. Some of them are blatantly wrong, and some of them are, wow, I hope this guy's really not doing this because he can get people killed. But that's all right. That's their prerogative. I'm done correcting comments on that video. It's Jason's video. If he wants to fix it, he can fix them. We made it up to 4 people. Where did the term internet ninja? It just popped up. Where did it come from? I walk up to people and I say, "What's up, my ninja?" And people realize I'm just saying hello. And it's not meant to be a derogatory term. I just, I'm poking fun at certain cultures, right? So anyways, when I talk about, what's a good way to word it? That there are a lot of subject matter experts out there. It's just the term I use is ninjas. So internet ninjas is the perfect term. The guys that they can fly the hell out of that keyboard. They're awesome. They can hit the green and the red button on their controller at the same time much faster than I can. They're ninjas when it comes to doing that stuff. They're awesome. So I call them internet ninjas. Not meaning to, somebody made a comment once that when I said internet ninjas, I was bashing black people. Really? I don't know where they got that, because I grew up in the military. I came from Connecticut. I only had 2 black people in my hometown, and I was friends with both of them. To me, I grew up basically my whole life. I don't remember my life before I was 19. So pretty well my whole life was in the military. And in the military, everyone is green in the military. You have everyone in the military, and then you have all those fucked up civilians off base that just don't understand. Because every time I went off base, I was being arrested for speeding. I was getting in fights in the bars. I didn't like being around civilians. So to me, I didn't even realize racism was still alive. To me, that was something you saw on the History Channel. I just never saw it anywhere. Fast forward, as I became more mature and more worldly, seeing more of this fine planet that we're on, racism is alive and well in the world. There's unfortunate, but there are black people that hate white people. There are white people that hate black people. It's sad, but they're out there. It's not me though. Definitely not me. Not at all. I hate everyone equally. I treat everyone with respect until you give me a reason not to respect you, and then you're never getting my respect back. It's very, very hard to regain my respect. Matter of fact, I think it's only happened twice. Pretty sure twice in my whole life. Everyone is so easily offended these days, so stupid. Yes, Susan, you're 100% right on that. My girlfriend is black, but we're both right-wing gun nut Trump supporters, and we're not PC at all. I did some work in Eastern Europe. There they don't like each other because of how their last name is spelled. Isn't that some crazy shit? It's true though. It's true though. I went to some places in Africa, and there were people that were black. There were the whites, and then there were the colored people. Well, I'm colored. I'm better than the black people. Like there were 3 separate social classes, and it just completely blew my mind. You know. But I have to learn about these things, because when you go to a business meeting in certain countries, you'd walk in with a group of them, and they would specifically speak to the white guy in the group first. Totally messed up. dealing with Orientals from China or Korea. There's different way you act around them, and it really comes down to knowing the culture. People bash Americans for that we've got all these racist people. There's a few. I know a few here and there, but everywhere else I went. In the Middle East, especially, they are some racist people in the Middle East. Arabs, they really put down blacks. Anyways, at least the officers in the military units that I dealt with. Where did your SF group focus on? John, I was with 5th Special Forces Group, so we owned the Middle East, the Horn of Africa, and all the stands. Afghanistan, Pakistan, Krapistan, Askrakistan, those were all assigned to 5th group. 10th group has 10th group has Europe, 7th group has Central South America, 1st group has the Orient. So I was kind of screwed before the towers fell. 10th group had German beer and Russian prostitutes. 1st group had Thai hookers and stuff like that. 7th group had Colombian women and tequila. I had the Middle East, so I had Gatorade and ninjas, which was fine. Once the war started, that was the place. That was the place to be. Everybody wanted to be in 5th group then. Fortunately, it is. Human beings we're mammals, so we are destined to be destructive towards each other. We base our existence on pain. How much pain we are in, how much suffering we are in compared to the people around us. Us Aussies get a bit offended at, okay, I'm sorry, Susan, I said that wrong. Us Aussies get a bit offended of how you Yankees say herb, like herb. Where the hell did the H go? What the H ever do to you? Unfortunately, we left it in that prison colony known as Australia. That's funny stuff. I'm in Seattle, and I heard that 1st group is in Tacoma and Asia. Fort Lewis, Washington, and Asia. Yeah, that's where 1st group are. I thought I was bad at accents. Sorry, Susan. I've never been good at a fake accent. Matter of fact, I'm sure me, John, and Jeff will be laughing on the inside at yours and Glenn's accent pretty well for 5 days straight. Pretty well. Looking forward to it. Y'all want to hear a great accent? Wait till you meet Doug Bunyard. He is another patron. Jeff has met him. Doug grew up in Alaska, spent his whole life in Alaska, but he now lives in Tennessee. So you would think he would have a Alaskan accent. No, this boy talks like he spent his whole life in Alabama. It's awesome. Just think Paul Hogan. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I love that movie. I love Crocodile Dundee. He was awesome. Love that. And she was hot too. She's totally hot. Totally hot. Well, that was a good class. Hey, what's up with your picture you posted for the live stream? You look annoyed as hell. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Actually, I was tired in that picture. I was actually in Africa. We had just done a practice sniper mission, and we infilled in. It was in Djibouti, right off the coast of Somalia. I had to go put my sniper team in to watch this target called Restaurant Beach. It was an old French resort right on the colony. The Marines were playing the part of the bad guys. I had to put my sniper team way up on top of the mountain, and it was all black lava rock up there. And I had my rucksack kind of bent. There's nothing for shade, no bushes, no nothing. Had some little ghillie nets set up on some scrub brush. And in the shade of my rucksack, I had my watch hanging in the shade, and it read 145 degrees. 145 degrees. The black lava rock was just reflecting, soaking up all the sunlight. And we were up there for 3 nights. So 2 solid days, 3 nights. We infilled. And then when the assault force finally hit the target, we collapsed down on target. And we got on the helicopters, flew back with them. That picture was taken when we actually got back to the base. I was a little tired. They gave me 5 IV bags, 2 in one arm, 3 in the other, lactated ringers and normal saline. They gave me 5 IV bags before I could piss. That's how dehydrated me and my guys were. I think we had like 19 quarts of water per guy. Crazy amounts of water. But yeah, it was scalding hot. This is the story. Yeah, I actually let the guys swim out there, sent them down the back of the ridge. So anyways, that picture was taken right when we got back inside the wire. So that is, I'm not pissed off in that picture. I'm basically was waiting for whoever was talking to finish talking. So we were getting ready to go into the debriefing tent, and was a little annoyed to what was going on, and the great dehydration headache. Just wanted to go to sleep. The sun was coming up because the hit didn't happen until it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sure we were like, sun's up, let's go do breakfast and then go to sleep. So anyways, yeah. Not really pissed off, just tired, dehydrated. Coffee, it's what the body needs. No fun sometimes because all your coffee beans melt and your chocolate covered coffee beans, you just get miserable. You know, we could do that one night while we're doing the class, after class, because they have a nice bar there at Rock Castle Shooting Center. We could do home movies. I could bring some of my pictures from over the years and let you guys see them before the book comes out, where a lot of the pictures will be in the book. That's a face I make when one of the main engines blows up. There you go. Yeah, you're a handsome guy, but you look like you need a good nap in that pic. Well, thank you, Susan. This is a story where you let the guys swim. Yep. What's 5,000 MIS? Wow. Got to use the coffee as dip. That's how you stand a proper watch. You know what else you do, Jeff? When you start falling asleep on duty like that, you get the little bottles of Tabasco sauce. You put just a drop on your finger, and then you stick it right in the corner of your eye. I guarantee you won't fall asleep on watch. Guarantee you. Learn that trick in Ranger School. Great way to not fall asleep. Yes. Home movies and Kentucky's best bourbon sounds good. Yeah, John, we'll have us a good time. Maybe I'll pull out some of the secret classified DVDs and let you guys watch some AC-130 Spectre gunship footage, some stuff we filmed from some UAVs, us dropping bombs and things like that. Stuff that never makes it on the news and definitely shouldn't make it to the internet. Let's see. My wife actually had me watch a movie 2 days ago of those poor Dutch girls getting their head cut off by ISIS in Morocco. Isn't that sad? This world we live in, you know, that monkeys are cutting girls' heads off with a knife because they were out camping and hiking in the wrong country. That's terrible. Bring the home movies. I'll try to sneak a bottle in. You can. How are my bees doing? Jeff, excellent question. I actually went and checked on them the other day. I had one day where it was 54 degrees here. So I went and checked on my bees. They were out, hanging out. I got one hive that's doing great. The other hive is not doing too good. They had to actually make a new queen bee twice. So the new queen bee did not have much time to build up her hive, all her brood before winter hit. So I'm hoping they make it through. They're actually Russian honeybees, John. That's the kind I have. I have 2 hives of Russian honeybees. They're doing good. I got honey from one of them. So anyways, I went and checked on them and fed them. I have some feeds you can put in the honeybees to help them get through the winter. I got to do it whenever it warms up. And the honey is so good. But it's just something I wanted to learn how to do. John says, Mason bees? Nope. Vegas, baby. Do you suit up or not? Yes, Jeff, I do. I got the full bee suit, the hood, and everything. In the wintertime, you really don't need to because they don't get crazy. My bees, one hive, they're very mellow. I open up and they go, hey, it's Carl. Hey, how you doing, Carl? No big deal. Come on in. Because they know I'm taking care of them. I'm giving them food, giving them water, stuff like that. The other hive, the small hive, they know they're not doing good. They don't like anybody opening that thing up. So they lose their shit a little bit. No big deal. They're always just trying to sting you in the face. Pow, 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 pow. No big deal. It's a bee. That's what bees do. So no big deal. No big deal. Yes, what happens at Rock Hesselstein? Don't say stuff like that. Don't say it. Nope. We need that Friday Night Follies video you spoke about. Oh, from Halo School. You know, I will find that file and it's on an old VHS tape. I will have it put onto DVD and I'll bring that. It's not very good, but you'll laugh your butt off. Me and my bright yellow, we call them a banana suit. They make these students wear yellow jumpsuits. It makes it easier for the instructors to find the student in the air, and it makes it a lot easier for the helicopters to find the dead students laying on the ground. Doesn't happen very often. Every once in a while they kill a student, but not very much. The main thing is for the instructors to be able to see the students in the air. So on the video, all the students are in a yellow jumpsuit. Pretty comical. Do you suit up? I'm working on Mason bees. Mason bees, John, I thought those are like carpentry bees, aren't they? Like bumblebees? They're not honeybees, are they? Next step, orange jumpsuit. No, you're not getting me in an orange jumpsuit. They actually tried to kidnap me once. And I was driving between Fallujah and Ramadi, dressed up in my little Bedouin outfit with my Tom Selleck mustache, driving my little Bedouin pickup truck. And, I'll save that story for another day. I just got a text from my better half. All right. She says, love you. Wasn't that nice of her? LOVE, love you too. Send. Y'all don't mind me sending that, do you? Going to have to make me one of your iced coffees when we come down. Without a doubt. Glad to do it. Good stuff. One of our other patrons actually got me it's a cold brew coffee maker. It comes with a little thermos at the bottom, and it makes, I want to say it's like a pint and a half of ice cold brew coffee every time you do it. Mason bees pollinate better than honeybees. They can produce 6 offspring per bee. 6 offspring per bee. So that's a giant orgy in there. Giant orgy. Better than honeybees. But what's the point? I guess. I like honeybees. I like the taste of honey. Actually, my grandfather raised honeybees, and one of my few childhood memories is out on his farm. And yeah, exactly, Susan. He put his hand out, and this honeybee landed in his hand, and he just kind of reached out and pet this honeybee on the back. And I probably 5 or 6, maybe 8 years old, and I remember him petting a honeybee in the palm of his hand, and I just thought, this old man is full-blown nuts, because he's going to get stung, or he's full-blown awesome, one of the two. And I always thought the world of my grandfather, even though he wasn't pro-military. So fast forward, when I have my bee suit on with my bee gloves, I have bees all over me. They sit in my hand, and I can pet them, do whatever. It's no big deal. But I'd always tell myself, there's no way I'm going to pet a honeybee without my gloves on. That's just crazy. But I was actually doing one of my combat pistol carbine courses down in San Antonio, and I was standing at the target, paper targets, and we're talking about the guy's shot group on the target. And this honeybee comes up and lands on the target, and I just kind of go to shoo him with my hand, shoo him off the target. And he goes and lands right in my hand. And I go, look, a honeybee. And I reached over, pet him, and then I kind of flicked him to the side, and he flew off. All those students looked at me like, this guy is either a moron or he's freaking awesome. And you got to keep the legend going alive. You really do. John wrote, I like honey also. I live in the city, so honey beehives aren't really accepted. So mason bees are more acceptable. The only are out for a month or so. Okay, that's cool. Only out for a month or so. You're only out for a month. What do they do the rest of the year? I don't know. John, enlighten us. What do your honeybees, what do your mason bees do the rest of the year if they're only out for a month or so? Mine are out year round. Have baby. Yeah, obviously they're having a big orgy in there. I know. I had 54 degrees 2 days ago when I went to go. Yeah. Remember, we're keeping this PG-13 here. 2 days ago, I had 54 degrees, and I was taking care of my honeybees. It's, I want to say 34 right now, and the snow is melted. But earlier this morning, around noontime, I had snow on the ground. It was coming down great. I loved it. I was hoping we were going to have a white Christmas, but we're not. It's going to be hopefully 50 degrees again tomorrow, because tomorrow night we're having a wedding. So it's going to be a big party. They live in tubes and hibernate until the cherry blossoms come out. Okay, cool. And have orgies. 55 the last 2 days, all snow melted. Really, 55 degrees up in Maine. What is that in Celsius? Oh yeah, you got to remember, she's not an American. This girl of ours. What's 55 in Celsius? Somebody whip it out on their phone for me. Global warming, 55 degrees. No idea. Subtract 30 from that. There you go. 59 minus 30. Come on, John. Do it. Work it for us. Jeff. 59 minus 30. I don't think it works like that. I'm running low on wine, people. Can you see how bare my shelves are up here? Look at that. Isn't that terrible? I'm running out. So my dead red. The cool part is my wife's aunt that I make wine with my wife's aunt, and I bought her another big box of California grapes, grape mush. So yeah, we're gonna have to start making. I think we're doing a Merlot this time. I don't get enough grapes out of my garden. I've only got I think I got less than 50 meters of grapevines. I've got tons of other stuff, but I don't have a lot of grapes here. The grapes in Kentucky they don't make good wine very well. So you can actually buy the crushed grapes from California, Italy, wherever. You can get good grapes, make basically any kind of wine you want. It's just all in how much you're willing to pay for the grapes. So anyways, I will have plenty of wine before our class in September. Do a class in Washington. We have loads of wineries. Did you try the kangaroo jerky and Vegemite? I'm working my way through the box. I have not tried the Vegemite yet. Not yet. And you almost got me scared to do it now. John, I would do a class in Washington. Glad to do it, but you got to get me enough students together in one place. It has to be cost effective for me to do it. I have no problem going anywhere to do a class. Z's wife doesn't like him going certain places because he's gotten in trouble. But Keith Gipple, Jason, all these guys, we don't mind flying to go do classes wherever it is you guys want us to do classes. But it has to be cost effective for us. John flew in for one of my classes, and I do appreciate it. We are underserved in this area. Z looks like trouble. Yeah. Love to meet Keith. I will probably have Keith up there, Susan. Yeah, he does. Like, he likes trouble. Z is awesome. All right. To come to Maine. Yeah, I probably so. Keith Gipple, remember, he's a Green Beret, was not a SEAL. He was on a Halo team, not a scuba team. But he wants to sail around the world on his bucket list. So that's what he does now, is he's doing sailing in small clips around the planet. And to help him with that, he's actually going to a trade school in Massachusetts. It is a yacht restoration school, something. It's like 6 months long. Yeah, on a sailboat. In which he's going to this yacht restoration school because it gets him certified to repair the engines, the sailing, the sails, the tack, electrical, plumbing, everything on sailboats. And that's kind of, he's doing it for the knowledge. That's what, anyway, so Keith he should be wrapping up in September. So he may actually be able to make that class. Maybe. That would be awesome. It'd be great to have Keith there. I think y'all, if you haven't met Keith yet, Keith's a great instructor, humble guy, not wound quite as tight as Z is, all in all. No, not by himself, Susan. He's the film crew for Tactical Riflemen, two guys, Lowell and Jesse, and then they've got other people that work for him, but they're the two guys, great friends of mine. It was Lowell's dad is a legend in sailing. He holds, and diving. He holds like some Guinness Book or World's Records for like the deepest cave dive or something like that. Crazy guy. Someone I can talk shop with then. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Without a doubt. Anyway, so Lowell's dad sails around the world a lot. He's got an 80-foot sailboat that he like replaces everything on like every 12 months. So like Keith has had to, they'll be sailing along and all of a sudden Lowell's dad will say, hey, Keith, go replace the starter. There'll be nothing wrong with the starter on the motor. They've been sailing and just it's something to do. Okay, now let's replace such and such. Let's replace this. So anyways, Keith wants to be better educated on all these systems so that he can support Lowell's dad better. So Keith's actually going to go to school for it. Kind of cool. It's not for me. I'm not big on that much water. Pirates better consider coming up on Keith without a doubt. I do have SF buddies that have gone out on boats. They've actually been hired to do counter piracy. So they basically have a AR rifle and a Barrett 50 cal. And when the Somali pirates try to come up on the boat, somebody comes and knocks on their door and they put their card game down or the Nintendo and they go up top and they get behind their Barrett 50 cal and they tear the boats up. They said most of the time they ride the whole cruise, never having to do anything. He needs to sail this way. We'll look after him. I don't doubt that for a second. I'll push him your way. Someone, Merry Christmas, that's super cool. I had some on a ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz. The ship in front of us got hijacked. I saw it happen. Wouldn't that suck? That would suck. Yeah, because I'd have to kill everyone. I mean, I'm sure I would probably die, but you're not taking me down. What? You're going to take my boat? Oh, hell no. Hell no. You realize how many weapons Jeff has in that engine room? Oh, yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Remember, you're never unarmed. You can make improvised weapons out of just about everything. Yeah, Operation Bloodbath. I'm just looking around my man room here at shit I could use as a weapon. It's pretty funny because most of the things hanging up on the wall are weapons. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Yep, there's only like 6 firearms in this room. Some of them are demilled, though. My AK, I got demilled. It doesn't shoot live ammo. Saddam's pistol is demilled. It doesn't shoot live ammo anymore. But, yeah, just stuff, crap. I can make a flamethrower engine room in a few minutes, without a doubt. And they've got to take the engine room to take your boat. So burn them down. Burn them down. Burn everybody. I actually made a real firing cannon. Did I show you guys my golf ball cannon? You are supposed to lock guns up there, or are there no laws about that? No, Susan, you should always have firearms secure. This is my concealed carry pistol I took off. I have a couple rifles I got to put away because I had them out earlier today. And then the other ones, like I said, they've been demilled and stuff. So got to keep your guns locked up. Like my wife's Glock 19 is locked up in the master bedroom closet. It's a little gun case. You got to push the code on the top. You got to lock up guns in Australia because all the criminals there. I mean, like pretty well all... Right, that was where America was sending all its criminals for a while. Load them all up, send them over there. It gave me a CLP. They'll give anyone a CLP. Carry. All right, John, what's CLP? Carry COP. I'm assuming that's your concealed carry permit, just a different name. Concealed pistol license. Sorry. Is that what it's for? Concealed pistol license? Yeah, I don't understand why, like in Kentucky, it's called your concealed CCW, concealed carry weapon license, concealed carry weapon. Now, you can't carry brass knuckles. You can't carry a knife if it's that long. But if you have a concealed carry weapon license, you can carry a pistol. Why couldn't you carry a set of brass knuckles? You know, we have constitutional carry up here, as you should, as you should. Oh, yeah. But California is a fucked up country. It really is. It's one of those countries I don't ever want to go to. I do from time to time. I've got friends that live in California, but that's a fucked up country right there. It really is. And we got nothing here. Anyone of U.S. can get a Utah CPL with that I can carry in 33 states. I actually think my Kentucky one is 37, but it's basically all the same. Most of your permits you can carry in most states, and there's a few that are weird, and then you've got other states that you can't, like not Indiana, Illinois. Illinois, you can't carry a pistol in, can't carry a rifle in, which is total bullshit. And that's where Obama and all his Chicago thugs, they don't have any gun violence there in Chicago because you're not allowed to have guns. Thank God. Thank God you can't have guns in Chicago. No guns in Chicago. None whatsoever. Funny stuff. So Susan's getting her rifle license. So Susan, once you get your rifle license, you can have your own AR rifle, right? You're getting a 300 blackout. What are you going to get? 5.56. Get you some 50-round magazines. Green EOTech on top of it. Let me guess. Bolt action. I do want to go to Australia and go shoot donkeys. I don't know if you're still allowed to do that. Are you still allowed to shoot wild donkeys in Australia? Or just ruse? Bolt action 5-round mag. In that case, go with a 338 Lapua. Get yourself a nice, yes, lots of wild donkeys up north. See, to me, that's fun. It's like shooting. Roos are illegal to shoot. You're the one that mentioned shooting roos at night, not me. That was you. So shooting donkeys. See, Dennis Samet is his name. He owns a casino in Reno, but he is the guy that invented horse vision. It's the reticle that's in a lot of scopes the military uses. And he designed that reticle after shooting donkeys in Australia. And then he would keep mastering or modifying the reticle and going back and forth to Australia. But he hasn't been back there in years. I didn't know whether they'd made shooting donkeys illegal or not. He's an older gentleman now. We're still good friends. He has since sold Horse Vision to Night Force. But anyways, for what it's worth. So who knows, someday you need a permit. It's doable if you know the right people. Well, Susan, someday maybe I can bring my 338 Lapua over there and we can go shoot donkeys. I'll bring about 1,000 rounds of ammo and we'll see how many donkeys we can get with 1,000 rounds. The goal would be over 1,000. That would be fun because you're going to miss every once in a while. But if you do it right, you can sometimes get a couple with one shot. Gents, we have been on for how long? Quite a while, probably. A while. You need a permit. Yeah. How long we been doing this? You guys and gals still want to keep talking, but pretty well everybody's quit talking except for me. She's got a Sharps rifle. That's funny. 70 minutes. You're shitting me. Have to go, guys. Fun chatting. Yeah, likewise, Susan. Sorry, gents. I didn't realize I got carried away that bad. Well, I appreciate John, Jeff, Susan. I appreciate you all spending time with us. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next month. All right, we'll start putting this class together. Y'all take care. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.